So, have you ever wondered why we cross our fingers for good luck? Or, why just looking up at a giant sky full of stars makes us feel so tiny? Welcome, everyone. Today we're exploring a really fascinating topic in this explainer, religions and superstitions. This is designed specially for you to practice your English. We're going to go straight through 10 interesting discussion questions together. I'll help you think about them, find some inspiration, and practice sharing your own thoughts. All right, let's just dive right in. Okay, here is our first question. Do you consider yourself religious, spiritual, both, or neither? How has that shaped the way you handle stress, loss, or big life decisions? This is such a great place to start. Think about it. When life feels like a gloomy, rainy day, what do you actually do? Do you pray? Do you maybe use meditation to find a quiet little space in your mind? Or do you prefer to just sit down and make a logical step-by-step plan? Take a second to think about the English words you'd use to describe how you handle those tough times. Moving right along to question 2. When you're facing a difficult moment, where do you usually turn for comfort? Faith, family, friends, routines, or something else? Why does that work for you? So whether you find comfort in a warm, cozy family dinner or maybe the peace of a quiet church, who or what brings you peace when you're feeling sad or tired? Try thinking of some simple English vocabulary to describe your personal comfort zone. Maybe you find peace in really familiar habits, like just drinking a warm cup of tea every single morning. Or maybe it's talking to your loved ones. Why does that specific thing work for you? All right, question number 3. Have you ever followed a religious rule or taboo, food, clothes, rituals, behaviors? What was the reason behind it, and did it feel meaningful or restrictive? Now, a taboo is basically just something that a culture or religion tells you not to do. Think about special dietary rules, like, say, not eating meat on certain days, or having to wear specific clothes for a holiday. When you follow these traditions, how does it actually feel to you? Does it feel restrictive, like a heavy chore that stops you from doing what you want? Or does it give you a sense of meaningful purpose? Next up, question 4. What's a superstition you grew up with? Lucky numbers, don't do this, feng shui, ghost stories, etc. Do you still follow it, even just in case? So a superstition is basically a belief in luck or magic, like crossing your fingers. Think back to when you were a kid. Did you avoid walking under ladders? Do you happen to have a lucky number? The really fun part to talk about here is whether you still do these things today. Even if you don't fully believe in those ghost stories anymore, do you still avoid certain things, just in case? Okay, let's look at question 5. In your daily life, what do you think is the clearest difference between religion and superstition? Where do you think the line gets blurry? How is a highly structured belief system like a major world religion different from just putting on your lucky shirt before a big test? This is a really great chance for you to practice using simple words to compare 2 different ideas. When does a religious tradition start to look a little bit like everyday luck? Where does the line between those 2 worlds get blurry for you? Moving on to question 6. Do you ever visit temples, churches, or other sacred places, especially during important times, exams, illness, family events? What do you hope to gain when you go? Think about it. Have you ever walked into a quiet, sacred space right before a huge English exam, or maybe when a family member was feeling sick? Try to describe the feeling inside that building. Are you looking for quiet? Are you looking for hope? What kind of peace are you trying to gain when you step inside? Now for question 7. Have you ever had an experience you couldn't fully explain? A sign, answered prayer, strong gut feeling, eerie coincidence, unusual ritual experience? How did it affect what you believe? Sometimes things happen that we just can't explain with pure logic. A gut feeling is that really strong feeling deep down in your stomach that tells you what to do. Can you think of a short, simple story about a time you had a feeling like that, or maybe saw a clear sign that completely changed your perspective? Here is question 8. Do you think religion and science can peacefully coexist in your mind? Share a situation where you felt they matched well or conflicted. So the absolutely crucial point here is how these two very different worlds meet. To coexist simply means to live together peacefully. Can you think of any easy examples from your own life? For instance, think of a doctor who uses modern medicine to heal someone, but also prays for their patient's health. In your mind, do science and faith match well, or do they kind of fight each other? Almost at the end, question 9. Some people donate lots of time or money to religious groups. If you've ever donated or volunteered, what motivated you? If not, what would make you willing to? To donate means to give your money or your time to help out others. Let's brainstorm your personal reasons for charity here. When you see someone helping out, or when you volunteer your own time, what's the motivation behind it? Is it to help your local community? Is it more of a religious duty? Try to explain what exactly makes you want to help others. And finally, question 10. Do you believe in gods, spirits, reincarnation, or an afterlife? If your answer is yes or no, how does that belief influence how you live, treat others, or face death? A beautiful sunrise naturally makes us think about the future, right? Now, reincarnation means being born again into a totally new life. Whatever you believe about what comes next, whether your answer is yes or no, how do those thoughts change the way you act today? Does it make you kinder to your friends? Does it make you appreciate today just a little bit more? Well, I really hope these 10 questions have given you lots of great ideas. Now, it's your turn to start your own discussion and practice speaking. Keep up the great work, and I'll see you next time.